Okay, today we talking Anthony Edwards, and this is a segment I'm doing called Offseason Assignment. And it's different things that I think players need to work on to really hit their peak. With Anthony Edwards, he actually got a very high peak. He's athletic, he's skilled, he got dribbling skills, he got good footwork, he can shoot a little bit. He got to work on some things though to really perfect this game. And from what I seen the entire playoffs, it was times he stepped up big. It was times he felt gassed in the Mavs series when he got deeper in the playoffs. So the first thing he need to work on is his conditioning. And when I look at him, he looks strong, but he don't look very toned. Like he's not running a lot. He don't seem like he's as in shape as the old greats were. The Kobe Bryants. Kobe was in shape. When you look at Anthony Edwards, his back's like, pause, this is gonna sound crazy, but his back is like fat. It ain't like a toned body. It's like it's still fat on his body. He gotta trim that off. Mike was strong, but Mike was toned up. Kobe was strong, but Kobe was toned up. You gotta be toned up. He got more of like a mellow type of a body when I look at him. Like he's strong, but he not in shape like he's supposed to be. And pause on this whole thing. But that's the first thing. And then he probably won't hit that wall like he did in the playoffs. All right. Next thing he got to work on, his jump shoot. You can't shoot as good as you like think you can, or as good as I even thought you could. And it got exposed a little bit in the playoffs, because if you could shoot as good as, you know, you supposed to be able to shoot, or as good as you probably will be able to shoot in the future, it would have been more difficult to guard you at certain points because you'd have been knocking down more shots. You really wasn't hitting like that, especially in that Dallas Mavericks series. The three-pointers, the mid-range, all of that stuff. And it could have been partly fatigue too, but I think your shot just got to get better. And speaking of something that really got to get better, your post-up game. And this is for your whole team. So maybe you need to go work with Akeem Olajuwon and bring Rudy Gobert and Karl Towns right along with you. Your whole team need a post-up game. Y'all have no players that can play in the post. And for you to really elevate, you have to learn how to play with your back to the basket. That's what most stars, especially American stars, in today's game have not mastered at all. Playing with their back to the basket. And that'll probably make the game more easier for you, Ant, because you are playing with your face to the defender the whole game. But if you turn around and got in the post, you probably have different passing opportunities, different, you could free up a lot of things. Karl Towns ain't a post player. Rudy Gobert definitely ain't a post player. So y'all got to have somebody get in the post. You need to go learn that one, because it's going to elevate your game. It'll make it easier for you to score, because when all else fails, Kobe could get in his post, put somebody on the back, use his footwork, fade away, or do an up and under, something like that. Same thing with Jordan. You need a post game. You need to learn how to play with your back to the basket. But those are the big three things: getting better conditioning, being more toned, learning how to play with your back to the basket, and then working on your jump shot, making your jump shot better. If you could do those three things over the offseason and get better at those three things, you ain't gonna be able to master playing with your back to the basket in one offseason, but you gotta start learning it so you can start doing it in the game. And that'll really help the game. Remember, take Rudy Gobert and call down with Olajuwon if you go down there to learn from them. Take somebody on your team with you, because it's a bunch of things with the Minnesota Timberwolves that they do great, but the Dallas Mavericks series really exposed some things that they just got to work on to get better. It ain't like it's a failed season. Only one team could win the championship. Y'all did real good because y'all fairly young too, so y'all did real good. Besides Conley, he's the only guy with some age on the team. Y'all did real good, but it's some things y'all got to work on. And for Anthony Edwards, personally, those are the three things that I believe he need to work on. Y'all let me know if there's some more things you think he need to work on to really elevate his game. Remember, I'm not saying he's a bad player. That ain't what these is about. These ain't me bashing players and saying it, but I'm just saying from what I seen, my opinion, right? some things that I think he could work on to really elevate and be like the greats of all time, you know. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts. As always, if this your first time here, make sure you sub to the channel, check out the other content, click that like button. Y'all be easy, be safe.